Let's talk trash.
Some of the things we do while we're out diving and some of the things we don't do. You'll notice in our video upcoming this week, Lucy Tunes gives a nice little PSA about cleaning up the area around your dumpster.
We walked up on one on this last dumpster dive that had some very obvious trash just chilling on the ground in front of it. So I took it upon myself to pick all that up and throw it back. Just so everybody knows, there was trash on the ground and I am picking it up. Because you always want to leave a dumpster cleaner than when you found it. You don't want to walk up, because we've seen some really bad dumpsters that are just so overflowing and so riddled, like in and around the dumpster area, that you can't even get into it or around it.
Be selective with your dumpsters. If it's overflowing and nasty, just move on. Save it for a different day, a different time. Come back after it's emptied and start over on that dumpster. Even though there could be, and sometimes there absolutely is good treasures buried in those really nasty dumpsters, oftentimes it just isn't going to be worth the effort you're going to put in at that location, especially if you're in an area where you can just move on, when you also factor in the risk of creating a mess yourself within that type of environment. So and within this hobby, it's easy for society to look down on a dumpster diver. It's kind of the indoctrinated thinking that when you see somebody digging through the trash, you think, or some people think less of them, and it seems to be a popular societal view to look down on the people digging through the trash.
We pulled up to one of the dumpsters that we like to go to, and the parking lot next door was just full. Maybe, like 40 feet from the dumpster, a vehicle is sitting there with two people in it, and Voldemort was pretty sure they might be filming.
It looked like they were pulled out their cameras and were filming us dumpster diving. But that's okay. In pretty much every state in the United States, on the state level anyways, dumpster diving itself is legal. Where you become into a little bit of a gray area is the trespassing laws, or your city ordinances might require permits or something like that along those lines. So as far as the trespassing issue goes, as soon as you draw attention to yourself, you open yourself up to the possibility of being trespassed from a property. And that's not necessarily saying you're going to get in trouble. That's not saying you're going to get a citation or a fine or taken to court or locked up or anything like that. It's most likely you're just going to be asked to leave, and then you're going to be in the police database that at this property you were asked to leave, and that's considered trespass. Now you're not allowed to go back there. If you're a diver or somebody who's thinking about doing the diving thing, please be courteous in your efforts. Be respectful of your environment. Be respectful of your situation. Try to be in and out quickly, and clean up after yourselves. Also, in my opinion, I would say if you have a dumpster diving buddy, it's definitely safer to bring along somebody.
Oh, definitely.
A couple sets of eyes, and just safety in numbers situation. These dumpsters are, hidden to the back of these buildings in the dark, kind of away from public eyes, often sometimes behind fences, gates, where who knows what's going on. You could pop behind a gate and there could be some unscrupulous activity back there that you're just popping into, that you don't want to be alone in these situations.
Yeah.
So
we appreciate everybody being here. Make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and
later.